Hey, what's up guys? I wasn't gonna make a video on this, but I thought kind of been thinking about it, so I might as well talk about it and share my thoughts with you guys. So if you all pay attention to what's happening in the Philippines and popular areas like Dumaguete, where a lot of foreigners live and a lot of foreigners are considering as a place to retire or a place to live, there's been a lot of talk about stuff happening there. Drama in Dumaguete. Dramageddon, that's where the term comes from. I made a video when I first arrived in Dumaguete. It was about a week after, and I made a little video talking about my thoughts. And I brought that up because I had heard about Dramageddon. And after a week of just kind of hanging out and meeting some different people, I was kind of like, I don't understand this Dramageddon. Like, I don't see any drama at all. Like, everyone is super cool and friendly. And, you know, for me, I was just enjoying every minute of it. And I kind of was like, I want to stay here for a while. I don't really see the issue. Well, I've been there for a few months, and my opinion has sort of changed a little bit, but not necessarily to the point where I don't like Dumaguete. In fact, I love Dumaguete. And my honest opinion is, I think the people there are great. I've met fantastic people there. I'd say by far the majority of people that live in Dumaguete, from my perspective, are just great, non-drama, non-confrontational type people, you know, easy to become friends with, the type of person that would invite you to, you know, their house and have you over for dinner or introduce you to new people. But I also want to say that there are people, I think an isolated few, that tend to get more involved with gossip and drama and stuff like that. And I know something bigger just happened recently at a popular spot in Dumaguete. And to be honest, I don't even know the details, and I don't care. I know there's a lot of negative kind of talk about, you know, foreigners. When you get too many, you run into problems. There's probably truth to that, I guess, but I guess I just wanted to say that it is what you make it. And I actually like a town that has a lot of foreigners because I think there's enough positive, good, cool people that you can hang out with and avoid the negative, you know, type of people that are going to be there too. That for me, it's a net positive for sure. I've spent some time in other cities where you don't see any foreigners at all. And there's something unique about that, and some people prefer that. But I kind of like when I come back to Cebu City, that's where I am right now, or, you know, Dumaguete. And there's going to be other towns that I'll probably spend more time in that have a lot of foreigners that I just feel like I kind of like it. Like it feels like home. It's kind of like, you know, in Canada or the US, you know, there's a lot of Filipino people there. And who do they hang out with? Other Filipino people. Like, they'll meet all the other Filipinos and they have their big groups and parties and hangouts, and it's just normal, it's just natural to do that. It's not to say that, you know, you're not going to be friends with locals as well, but it's natural to kind of congregate in groups with very like-minded, similar type people. And I think in a lot of cases it can be net positive to do that. And you know, the relatability and just, you know, the chit chat, the humor and the certain nuances of conversation that, you know, you can kind of click on. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. So when you're considering coming out to the Philippines and you're thinking about like different places to live, or if you're concerned about some of these things that have come up, I think you just have to focus on what lifestyle do you want here? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? Even in a small city like Dumaguete, where I guess a lot of this kind of stuff does happen, I've managed to avoid it. You know, so I don't think it's something that is unavoidable. It's really the point that I'm trying to make. There are some places within the city and other cities where foreigners tend to congregate. And, you know, there's one place in particular in Dumaguete. I've been there many times, and I usually go there, I'll say hi to everyone, and then I'll, you know, go back in a booth, grab a bite to eat, edit, and just kind of, maybe I just stick to myself a lot. I don't know. Like, I guess you have to have your own approach. And maybe if you're literally hanging out with a huge group of people every day, you know, you're going to get caught up in it more. So at the end of the day, it's avoidable. It's up to you what kind of a circle of friends you want, how big the circle of friends you want it to be. You know, focus on just what's important to you. You know, healthy living, things that interest you. If you're curious about the area and exploring nature, stuff like that, you know, try to meet people that are into the same thing. There's a ton of like hiking groups, there's mountain biking, you know, if you're into that. If you're just into like chilling and having coffee and not being too active, you know, there's so many different spots where you can go and do that. And I've popped in and out of many of these places, and, you know, 98% of it has just been like laid back, cool, and friendly. And so, I don't know, guys, I just want to try to spin this to a positive, despite some of the drama that's happening and some things that have happened. It's kind of like the news, right? Like if you sit there and watch US news or any news, I'm sure it's the same in other countries, you know, you're gonna have so much of that negativity in your head, and then you're gonna go and want to talk about that with your friends. And, you know, coming to the Philippines, one of the best aspects of it, in my opinion, is that it seems like most people have left that behind. And a lot of people are leaving, like the US, for example, because of all that toxic crap that's happening over there, and the us against them, and everyone's like fighting each other. So when they come to the Philippines, most people are focused on, you know, some exciting things. Maybe they're looking to find some awesome Filipina for a relationship, and maybe they're in a relationship and it's going well, or, you know, they're just excited about traveling and exploring some new areas, making new friends. There's so many things to be optimistic and positive about, and just leaving all that crap behind. Some people have a harder time doing that, and they're gonna carry that with them. But the majority, I'm telling you, the majority, the vast majority is not like that. The vast majority of foreigners that I've met here are cool and positive, and often they share a similar story and a similar agenda of seeking, you know, good positive things and improving their life, and, you know, maybe escaping a lifestyle that they weren't super happy with. So I've talked about this in previous videos before, like how easy it is to make friends here in the Philippines. And just come here with an open mind, come here with a positive mindset, and it's gonna attract that same mentality, and you're gonna end up with, you know, a good group of friends, a good lifestyle, and roll with the punches. Not literally, like just roll with the challenges that might come up, because, you know, it's not like everything is perfect here. So don't get that in your head that you're going to come to La La Land where everything is just paradise, but it's pretty darn close if you come with the right mindset. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, share some, you know, positive thoughts about the Philippines, life here, and particularly about, you know, these towns where a lot of foreigners tend to congregate, and just give my opinion on that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Much more to come soon. And now 30 seconds of feel-good Philippines footage to shake off any of that negativity that you're hanging on to. Get rid of it before you come to the Philippines.